I didn't notice it at first. That's the part people never talk about. The way disrespect doesn't arrive loudly. It slips in quietly, disguised as jokes, preferences, and just being honest. When I met Alina, she was magnetic. Not loud, not dramatic, just effortlessly confident. The kind of woman who made waiters straighten their posture and strangers glance twice. She laughed easily, spoke about energy and alignment, and told me I felt safe. I believed her. At the beginning, she loved everything about me. My routine, my reliability, the fact that I planned dates instead of improvising them. She said I made her feel grounded, like she could finally breathe. Back then, she took pictures of us everywhere. Messy selfies, blurry food shots, captions that used my name like it mattered. Then something changed. Not overnight, slowly, almost politely. She started spending more time on her phone, editing photos for hours, rewriting captions over and over, deleting, reposting, checking likes. "It's just for fun," she said. "It's creative." I supported it. Bought her a camera, helped her set up lighting in the apartment, drove her to spots around the city she said had good vibes. That's when I stopped being her boyfriend and became her assistant. She'd ask me to retake photos, then again, then again. "No, don't stand like that. Relax your face. Can you smile, but not that much?" Sometimes she'd scroll through the shots and sigh. "You know, some people just photograph better." I laughed, waiting for the punchline. It never came. The final warning came at dinner with her friends. They were all talking about types and standards and upgrading. One of them joked, "Could you imagine settling forever?" Elena squeezed my hand under the table. Then she smiled and said, "I mean, stability matters, but attraction is genetic." Everyone laughed. I didn't. She noticed. Later that night, I asked her what she meant. She shrugged. "Relax, it's just biology." Something about the way she said it made my stomach drop. Not cruel, not angry, dismissive. That's when I realized something terrifying. She wasn't afraid of losing me. She assumed I'd stay. Because I was dependable, predictable, replaceable. I lay awake that night, staring at the ceiling, replaying every moment I swallowed discomfort to keep the peace, every time I'd minimized myself so she could feel bigger. And for the first time, I asked myself a question I'd been avoiding. What happens when someone loves how you support their life, but not who you are in it? I didn't know the answer yet, but I was about to. I didn't confront her right away. That's what people expect. An argument, raised voices, some dramatic moment where everything explodes. But the truth is, once you really see someone, there's nothing left to fight about. You don't rage at reality. You accept it. The next few weeks were quiet. Too quiet. Elena moved through the apartment like a guest. Always dressed, always on her phone, always half somewhere else. Julian was everywhere. His name, his voice in her stories, his vision slowly replacing anything we used to share. She stopped asking how my day was, stopped saying goodnight, stopped touching me unless a camera was nearby. One night I came home early and found her rehearsing lines in the mirror. Not for a brand deal, for a breakup. She didn't see me at first. "I just feel like we've grown in different directions," she said softly to her reflection. Then she tried another version. "I need someone who understands my world." She turned and froze when she noticed me. We stared at each other. Neither of us smiled. "So," I said calmly, "when were you planning to tell me?" She exhaled like I had inconvenienced her. "I was waiting for the right time." "The right time for who?" "For this not to be dramatic," she replied. I almost laughed. She sat down and delivered the speech she'd practiced, about growth, about alignment, about how love sometimes evolves into something else. She never apologized. Instead, she said the sentence that ended everything. "You're a great guy," she said, eyes gentle, voice rehearsed. "Just not the guy I want to be seen with anymore." There it was. Not loved, not chosen, displayed. I nodded slowly. Understood. She blinked. That's it? Yes. She expected tears, questions, bargaining. What she got was silence. The next morning, I woke up before her. I didn't slam doors, didn't pack in a frenzy, didn't leave a note dripping with emotion. I made coffee, paid the last utility bill, then called the landlord. The lease was in my name. By noon, I had movers scheduled. By 3, the locks were changed. By 6, her life was in boxes, lined up neatly outside the apartment. When she came home and saw them, she screamed. Not from heartbreak, from shock. "You can't do this," she yelled. "This is my home." "No," I replied evenly. "It was my home. You were staying here." She threatened lawyers, she threatened social media, she threatened to tell everyone what kind of man I really was. I didn't argue. I handed her a folder. Inside were receipts, bank statements, proof that every luxury she flaunted online was funded by someone she treated like background noise. Her face drained of color. "You wouldn't," she whispered. "I already did," I said, to myself. Julian picked him up that night. He didn't look so visionary anymore, just irritated, burdened, inconvenienced. The fantasy cracked the moment reality showed up with suitcases. Over the next few weeks, the collapse was quiet but total. Her engagement dropped, brand deals vanished. Julian moved on once the lifestyle disappeared. She tried to come back. Long messages, apologies that sounded suspiciously like regret, but only after the consequences arrived. "I didn't mean it like that. You know I was just stressed. We can fix this." I didn't respond. Months later, I ran into her by accident. No filters, no entourage, no glow. She looked at me like someone looks at a closed door they thought would always be open. "You really left?" "Yes." "I thought you'd fight harder." I held her gaze. "I did, just not for you." She swallowed. "Do you ever miss us?" I thought about it honestly. "No," I said. "I miss who I was before I let someone convince me I was optional." She nodded slowly, tears welling, but I didn't comfort her. That wasn't my role anymore. I walked away. And here's the part that stays with you, the part people don't forget. She didn't lose me because she wanted more. She lost me because she forgot that respect is the minimum price of access. The brutal truth is this: when someone treats you like you're replaceable, believe them. When they reduce you to utility, remove yourself from the system. And when they say you don't fit the image, step out of the frame. Not loudly, not angrily, permanently. Because the coldest ending isn't revenge, it's indifference. And I never saw her again.